Good morning, traders. This is Ed Carter with the Trader Vision 2020 Featured Trade Idea. And I stress idea, not recommendation, just a trade idea. A setup and trade plan for Monday, July 30th, 2018. The start of a Fed week. Our featured trade idea for today will be AKRX, Acorn Inc. I guess they are a specialty and generic manufacturer. As you can see, AKRX has put in a bottom here, broke into a rounded bottom breakout, has done a nice pullback, working on forming a J-hook. I could even call that a trader's best friend with a indecisive, we'll call that a spinning top, but close to a doji. A slight gap up and a strong bullish run on Friday. One thing that I do want to keep in mind, check your sources, but I've checked two different sources and they show no earnings until early November. But this is a questionable one, and so check what your brokerage tells you on this before you trade it. You don't want to get caught in earnings. Here's the trend line that we're working off of. You can see we've got multiple levels here of support and resistance that I've laid out. Some of them match up very well with fib lines. In this case, we've had a 23.38. I guess a 50% pullback here, somewhere between 50 and 61% pullback. So we're looking at that 23.8 as our first extension target. But first, I think we need to look at this breakout level because it has provided some resistance here in the last 4 months or something like that, 5 months. So that's going to be the first level. That's on a positive trading buy. That would only be about 5.5%. But if we get that, then we'll get up here, basically to the top of this candle body, and that would give us about almost 14%. And if we get on up here to the top of the wick of this waterfall candle, basically the beginning of the gap, that would be an even better trade, looking at about 17, 18, 19%, someplace in there. We've got the 50 already turning up, so that's bullish. We've been in a nice long uptrend. We've now worked off some of that overextension caused by that long uptrend, and we're ready to see the bulls step back in here. V-stop says that we're looking at 1724, which is down in here. But basically anything below the T line or below this trend line, I'm going to want to be out of this trade. So that's why I've got a tight stop on this trade, looking for some protection from what was support over in here. Hoping to find some protection for my stop from that. So let's see if we can't plan a trade. Again, Trader Vision, the last data our source has was March 1st of 2017, so that's a long time ago. So I'm not sure if there's been something up with AKRX or not, but you might want to investigate that. You can see we have 5 strong bullish indicators. We do have the one bearish indicator, which is the short-term market bias. We've got the rounded bottom breakout, the pullback opportunity that we're working on, so we're in good shape there. This time I'm going to go ahead and plan this as a 3 exit trade. Let's look at an entry. What was Friday's price? Friday we closed at 1823 and the high was 1829. Where is it? There we go. Let's just do it as I planned it. Let's call it 1826 with a stop down here about 17. Let's call it 65. And the first target here at 1934, whatever. A second target here at 2070. And the second target up here about 60? Okay, Trader Vision says we can do 245 shares. Let's check 250 shares. Yeah, it'd be almost 4.5% of the account. So even though it's only $152 of risk to the stop, let's bump this down, make this 200 shares, and that's 3.5%. That's certainly acceptable. So let's see what happens if we sell, let's say 100 shares at that first stop. We're only making about 6%. We're not quite getting 2 to 1. So we would have to be pretty comfortable, either need to raise our stop even more, or be pretty comfortable that we're going to get past that first target to that second target. If we had to sell the entire position there at that first target, we'd only be making 216 on the trade. If we sold 50 shares at that second target, we're getting over 13% here, 13.33%, which gives us 2.5 to 1. And then that third target, if we were to reach that, and if our earnings timing is correct, and we're talking about maybe sometime in September, I don't know, that would probably be enough time to get there. But if we did, we would then be getting 18% at that portion of the trade, and $400 overall, making an 11% trade. So that will be our trade plan for today. Please evaluate this. Number one, for that earnings date. Number two, against your trading style, your view of the market, and your trading rules and criteria. If you do take this trade, I wish you the best of luck. And regardless, we wish you the best of luck in the market today. Remember, we've got the Fed coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. That will be the big talk of the market, I'm sure. And we hope to see you in the trading room.